What's up guys, this is Miasin. So obviously with Supreme Darkness, not only did we get some new CRYSTRON cards, which is the best deck of course, but we also got some new Primite cards, which just made the Primite Fiendsmith deck that much better. And I will be showcasing you guys some combos as well as the deck profile in this video. It's a really good deck, it just plays with one card, and there's infinite ways of getting access to your Primite engine, sorry, to their Fiendsmith engine, but also your Primite engine, so I guess it ends up being the same. So yeah, this deck is super consistent, can play a huge amount of hand traps. It's pretty much the same thing as like Magical Musketeer Fiendsmith. To like some degree, the grind game is absurd because the Primite cards recur themselves back and also the Fiendsmith cards recur themselves back. So if you make it past turn 1, you're basically just always winning the game. Anyways, before we go any further, you already know the drill. Smash the like and subscribe button. And most importantly, huge massive shoutouts to my CRYSTRON spreadsheet. In case you've never heard about it, here is the promo. So just in case you didn't know much before, the spreadsheet has absolutely all the info you need if you are planning on building the CRYSTRON deck, which is the best deck that is coming out of Supreme Darkness. My spreadsheet features visual support, which includes images and videos while being easy to understand, regardless of whether or not you had prior experience with the deck. It comes with 50 combos that show the most optimal lines when you are interrupted, but also through hand traps such as Ash, Imperm, every Molchemy monster, Dimension Shifter, as well as Artifact Lancia. Best part is, every combo comes with their own notes so that you can understand what's going on. This spreadsheet also comes with a YCS ready decklist containing my in-depth reasoning on every card and ratio so that you don't get confused and know exactly what to buy. And if you ever encountered issues with sighting patterns, I got you because I also cover going first and going second sighting patterns against 15 decks of the metagame. This spreadsheet also covers some alternative texts and engines that could be worth exploring the deck, as well as their pros and cons. Having access to the spreadsheet also grants you access to an ever-growing Discord community of like-minded CRYSTRON players, and also access to me, where I can answer specific questions and share updates with you. Speaking of updates, I'm even willing to add additional sections and combos to the spreadsheet if I'm asked to, and you won't have to pay again to benefit off of these updates. I'll be fully honest with you, if you're interested in CRYSTRON, the spreadsheet will not only save you hundreds of hours of theory and practice, but also a lot of money. You won't have to make unnecessary purchases since you'll already have access to an optimal deck list, and you're not gonna have to spend your days and nights coming up with combos. Also, every time you forget about a combo, you can just go back to the spreadsheet and check it out to refresh your memory. If you're interested in the spreadsheet, all you have to do is PayPal me $20 US, and make sure to state your Gmail account in the transfer so that I know who to share the spreadsheet with. If you forgot to state your Gmail in the transfer, don't worry, just email me a proof of payment with your Gmail, and I'll share the spreadsheet with you as soon as I can. Unless I'm sleeping, I should never take too long to grant you access to the spreadsheet, so don't worry about the delay. The specs of the spreadsheet alongside all the steps to buy it are at the top of the description, so please check it out as soon as you can. Anyways, with that said, let's get on with the video. Absolutely beautiful, but anyways, let's get into combo number 1. So this is what you can do with a single copy of Primite Dragon Either Barrel. So normal summon, and then on summon, it gets to set a Primite spell or trap card from your deck to your field. This is only on normal summon actually, not on normal or special summoned, so keep that in mind. And you're going to be setting the Lordly Load, and then you flip that, and then search your deck for a Primite card. This deck is so expensive now, and apparently some people were able to get this card when it was like $3. My god, you're so freaking lucky, it makes no sense. But yeah, anyways, you're searching your Primite Roar, and then you're going to be using the effect of your Either Barrel to send a normal monster from your deck to the graveyard. It doesn't matter which one. The only reason why you're doing this is that Primite Roar can only special summon a normal monster from your deck when you control no monsters, unfortunately. So yeah, pay 2,000 and then declare White Dustin. If your opponent chains Molchemy Foros, you can actually choose to not summon a monster, because it's really weird, but Primite Roar isn't the same as Unexpected Die. Unexpected Die, if you activate the card, you gotta commit to special summoning the monster. But Primite Roar, the real effect of the card is the declared normal monster and private monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle until the end of your opponent's turn. The bonus effect is special summoning the declared normal monster. It makes no sense the way it's worded, but yeah, it's really nice to have that extra, you know, margin of play. I don't know. But yeah, summon your Requiem, and then Requiem summon the Lacrima, and then Lacrima is going to be sending the Engraver, and then Requiem equip, and then you make your Necro equip, and then if you got Engraver in your hand, this is where you can discard it, and then search the tract, and then draw one card. But yeah, revive back your Engraver, and then make the Caesar, and then pass turn. And on your opponent's standby phase, well, I mean, you can't recycle back the another barrel, but on your turn you can, and then you can also revive back the Requiem, and then summon the Lacrima. Lacrima can send your Paradise, and this is where you're going to see the flow of execution, so it's actually very interesting. So not only do you have an extra interruption from, you know, the typical one-card combo in Fiendsmith, because you actually have the graveyard effect of Primite Roar, so that when your opponent normal summons a monster, you can banish any monster on the field with an attack that is lower than whatever normal monster that is on your field or in your graveyard. But remember when we sent the Cyframe Driver with the Either Barrel, that allowed your Primite Roar to banish any normal, well, I mean, any monster on the field with less than 2500 attack whenever your opponent normal summons again a monster. So yeah, we can just banish that Either Barrel, and then the opponent flips the Lordly Load, whatever, search the The Roar, I don't care. Caesar, negate that. And then Engraver effect, Search the Tract. I'm gonna obviously, yeah, let that resolve. You have no other choice. And then I can negate the Lori. And then my opponent can revive back the Requiem, sorry, the Engraver. And then summon, of course, the Requiem at this point. And I'm gonna be going Paradise, send the DS Erase, so send that. And then my opponent can keep playing, because one card is all you need to do so much. And then, yeah, summon a Typhon. Run over my Lacrima, and then pass turn, and on my turn, I have follow-up like to OTK right off the bat, because I can recycle back that Either Barrel, revive back the Engraver, and then go into Requiem, summon the freaking Lacrima or Engraver, whatever, and then equip, and then send the Typhon to the graveyard. Yo, this is absolutely disgusting, and I don't even have to normal summon, so I don't have to play into my opponent's Primite Roar in the graveyard. And yeah, there we go. Summon Agnumde, attack, that's 18, and then that's gonna be an extra 44 or something, I forgot. Yeah, 46. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, and also he lost 2,000 life points because of Primite Roar. So yeah, not too bad. That's it for combo number 1. Let's get into combo number 2. Okay, so combo number 1 was what you could do with a single copy of Primite Dragon Ether Barrel, but you can actually do even more if you have Ether Barrel and Lordly Load. So yeah, activate that, and then search your deck for the Roar, and then use it first. Yeah, that's the bonus, because this time we don't have to like normal summon a barrel just so that you can send it to the graveyard. No, it gets a little better. So yeah, summon your Requiem, and then of course Requiem, summon the Lacrima. Yeah, I can fast forward at this point. I think you can already see where this is going. So yeah, summon Necroquib, blah blah blah. And this time we don't make a Caesar. We're gonna be going into the Evil Zor Lars. Normal summon the Either Barrel to set the Drill Beam, and then Lordly Load summon your Driver. This is how your Roar can banish a a monster whenever your opponent normal summons, and then make the IP. And you don't have to use like the Lars for the IP. You can simply use the Lacrima. Well, sorry, the Lacrima that you summon off of the Requiem that is summoned off of Lacrima. Very confusing for no good reason, and obviously that sends the Fiendsmith in Paradise. So how many interruptions is that? That is one interruption with the Fiendsmith in Paradise, another one with the Primite Roar, another one with the IP into SP, and then the second banish from SP, so that's 4 interruptions, and then a 5th interruption with Evils or Lars, or that could have been a Caesar, so that would have been like 6 interruptions. And if you have a normal monster in your hand or a Primite card in your hand, the Drill Beam can also negate and banish, so that could be upwards of 7 interruptions with 2 cards, which is absolutely disgusting. And again, your follow-up is absolutely absurd, because you're recycling back your Either Barrel, you're reviving back your Fiendsmith monsters, you're also using the Lordly Load every single time to keep summoning monsters. It never ends. Like I said, once you get the ball going in this deck, you are unstoppable. Anyways, for the deck profile, I'm gonna make this very short and sweet, so that regardless of how much experience you have with this deck, you should be able to understand how it works relatively well. So I'm playing triple Engraver with 1 Lacrima, 1 Lori, 1 Sanct, and then a triple Tract, so that is my lineup for the Fiendsmith cards, and obviously the one of Brick, that is Fiendsmith in Paradise. So yeah, I just like this configuration a lot, because obviously Tract is a great card to draw anyways, so I don't really think you necessarily just want to play 1 or 2 copies, even though I think 2 copies is great. You can do that for sure. And then Sanct, I mean, if you don't want to play it, then go for it, but if you draw Tract and Engraver, it feels really redundant if you don't also play Sanct. So that is my mentality. If I play 3 Tract, then I gotta play Sanct, but if I play 2 Tract, then I don't have to play Sanct. But I, like I said, wanted to have as many ways of playing as possible, so that's the reason why I'm on 3 and 1, but if you want to do 2 Tract and 0 Sanct, that is 100% a possibility. And then, yeah, I'm not going to bother explaining these cards. I don't want to play multiple Lacrimas when I'm already playing the Primite Dragon Ether Barrel that is another normal summon. But yeah, speaking of which, 3 Ether Barrel, 3 Lordly Load. All these cards are 1-card starters, because your Lordly Load is just going to be able to search the Primite Roar, and then you summon your White Dustin, and then White Dustin plays a game. This is a normal monster that is a Light Fiend. At the current moment, this is the only one in Yu-Gi-Oh! If I recall correctly, but in the OCG, they have another one that is a level 4. It is Pity. So because of that, you can make Dweller, you can make Baguska. It is actually much better than White Dustin, even though it has 0 attack, so it doesn't really allow the Primite Roar to banish monsters, but the Saffron Driver does allow you to. And this is the best deck to play Saffron Driver, because you gotta play a second normal monster in your deck anyways, so that your Ether Barrel is always live to send a monster so that you can clear your zone in order to allow you to use the Primite Roar. So yeah, you gotta play Driver, and then you gotta play Gamma, which obviously is the nuts. If you draw this card, you kind of just win the game. It really is unfair. And even if you draw the Driver, it's not the end of the world, because at least it means that Primite Drill Beam is going to be live, and then you can start negating and banishing cards over and over. And you can also recur this card back from the graveyard. It's also a card that recurs itself, just like Primite Dragon Another Barrel. And this one, it's from the graveyard to the field. This one is from the graveyard to the hand on your standby phase. This one, you gotta control a Primate monster on your field in order to reset it back. And yeah, obviously Fiendsmith in Paradise, Called by the Grave, and then 18 hand traps, so 3 Dominus Purge. There is 0 conflicting with any of the cards here except for Ash. That's the only one. And then obviously some cards in the extra deck, maybe like IP, SP, Chaos Angel, Typhon, and Caesar, actually, when I think about it. So yeah, everything else, there's no conflicting. So Dominus Purge, great card, I do recommend. Ash, Veiler, Imperm, these cards are super generic. And then Fueros and Nibiru, these cards are less generic. I mean, Fueros is still generic, but it's only good going second. And if you draw like Fueros with one of these hand traps going second, it's almost a guarantee that you win the game. So yeah, that's the reason why I think this hand trap lineup is ideal for a deck like this that is very sufficient and that can play very well with a single card. So yeah, I think it's like 18 starters and 19 hand traps, or I guess 20 if you want to play another hand trap over Called by the Grave. It's a very flexible deck. Like I said, there's infinite way you can make it work, but this is my template that I bring to you so that you can understand how the overall concept works, so that you can have like a better picture of it. But anyways, for the extra deck, the Wave Hiking Caesar, Necroclip, Agnumde, Moon of the Close Sky, the Sequence, double Requiem, as well as double DS Irae. We're kind of scared of Nightmare Unicorn. If that card resolves, we're in a really bad position because, to be fair, this is a Fiendsmith deck at the end of the day, so without these cards, you're not doing much. But without the Sequence, at least you can still go Paradise, send the DS Irae, and play from there, and you can still make the Caesar, so it's not like the end of the world. But yeah, losing the one of Requiem, that hurts a lot. Losing the one of DS Irae, that also shuts down the Sequence, and it shuts down Paradise. So that's the reason why these cards have to be 2-ofs. And then IP and SP, Link Spider, because sometimes you have like a driver on the field and you gotta link it off. So that actually comes up, and also it's an effect monster, so that you can make SP, and also another one. I think it's I forgot actually, but no, actually it also allows you to have like more materials under. No, never mind. I don't know. I think I'm mixing things up. And yeah, Chaos Angel, that's kind of like a no-brainer as well as Evil Zorlars and Typhon. So yeah, that's it for this deck profile and combo video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys very soon with another video. Peace.